The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already. And of course, I already know who some of these individuals are, but because of the nature of this case, we're going to make damn sure that we're right before we do that. But the names that we're going to name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock you.
Y'all, the tea is absolutely scorching today, because what if I told you that one of the biggest names in the music industry, yes, that person, isn't who you thought they were? Grab your snacks, because we're diving into the allegations, the shady business moves, and the jaw-dropping twists that have everyone talking. Let's get into it. All right, besties, let's start by rewinding to a moment that shook the music industry to its core. Do you remember when Nicki Minaj, queen of rap and queen of not holding back, went off on social media last year? She called out Jay-Z for some seriously shady behavior, and people thought she was just being salty. But now, the receipts are rolling in, and let me just say, she might have been onto something all along. Now, before we get into the bombshell that's just come to light, let's go back to where it all began. Remember that infamous tweet Nicki posted that had the internet spiraling? She wrote, "Tried to tell y'all, but y'all wanted brunch LMFAO." At the time, most people brushed it off as Nicki being Nicki, but it's starting to look like she was warning us about something huge. Fast forward to now, and Jay-Z's name is making headlines for all the wrong reasons. A lawsuit has surfaced accusing him and Diddy of allegedly assaulting a 13-year-old girl at an after-party for the 2000 MTV Music Awards. Yep, you heard that right. The details are horrifying and the industry is buzzing. According to the lawsuit, the unnamed victim snuck out of her house to attend the MTV Awards. But when she couldn't get in, she tried her luck at the after-parties. That's where she encountered a limousine driver who, and brace yourselves, reportedly told her, "You fit what Diddy's looking for." From there, things took a sinister turn. The girl claims she was drugged, assaulted, and trapped in a horrifying situation involving Jay-Z, Diddy, and an unnamed female celebrity. Now let's pause for a second. If this story already has you floored, just wait, because we're only scratching the surface. The allegations have sent shockwaves through the industry.
Here today with 120 new lawsuits announced against Sean Diddy Combs, a Texas lawyer is outlining the barrage of new cases across 25 states against the jailed mogul, and says some of the alleged victims have already talked with the FBI.
But for some people, they're not entirely surprising. Why? Because rumors about Jay-Z's questionable behavior have been swirling for years. And guess who's been fearlessly calling him out? Yep, Nicki Minaj. Nicki's beef with Jay-Z goes way back, long before this lawsuit even came to light. She's accused him of sabotaging her career, scamming her out of millions, and even planting stories to damage her reputation. At one point, she tweeted about spending millions of dollars to silence her. And y'all, the tea doesn't stop there. Nicki claims Jay-Z played dirty when he sold his streaming platform, Tidal, to Twitter's former CEO, Jack Dorsey. Artists who owned stakes in the company, including Nicki, were supposed to receive $8.9 million each. But according to Nicki, she never saw a single penny. Now, back to these disturbing allegations. The lawsuit claims Jay-Z and Diddy took turns assaulting the victim while an unnamed female celebrity watched and recorded it all. The girl says she managed to escape and ran to a gas station, where her father picked her up.
Rapper Jay-Z is embroiled in a legal storm. A woman who has already accused music mogul Sean Diddy Combs of raping her has now named Jay-Z in the same lawsuit. The woman claims that both Sean Combs and Jay-Z sexually assaulted her at an after-party following the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards when she was just 13 years old.
The story is gut-wrenching and people are demanding accountability. Jay-Z, of course, denies everything. He released a statement calling the lawsuit a blackmail attempt and claiming the allegations are false. But here's the thing, the internet isn't buying it.
That the victim can remain anonymous and that the case can proceed. So there seems to be a little bit more to this case.
Jay-Z vehemently denying the claim, writing, "These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away." Also saying, "My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence."
And honestly, can you blame them? People are bringing up past rumors, sketchy associations, and his long-standing friendship with figures like R. Kelly and Diddy, who face their own serious allegations. Speaking of Diddy, Let's not forget that he's also been making headlines lately. Attorney Tony Busby, who's representing multiple victims, held a press conference earlier this year, hinting that big names were about to be exposed.
Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us, with people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. After vetting, we now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs, as well as claims against many other individuals and entities.
Nobody expected Jay-Z to be one of them, but here we are. And let's not ignore the fact that Tony Busby isn't backing down. He amended the lawsuit to name Jay-Z directly, signaling that this case is far from over. But let's dive even deeper. The victim's allegations include chilling details about how she was lured into the party. Imagine being a teenager sneaking out for what you thought was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, only to end up in a nightmare orchestrated by powerful men. The lawsuit alleges that substances were slipped into her drinks, leaving her vulnerable and unable to defend herself. These actions were reportedly witnessed by an unnamed female celebrity who did nothing to intervene. This level of complicity is absolutely horrifying and raises questions about who else might be involved or aware of such heinous acts. What's even more shocking is how these allegations align with past whispers in the industry. Jay-Z has long been criticized for maintaining relationships with individuals whose reputations are, let's say, less than squeaky clean. From his ties to R. Kelly to his close partnership with Diddy, the dots are starting to connect in ways that make these new allegations feel all too believable for many. And then there's the fallout. Jay-Z's statement might have been aimed at clearing his name, but it's only added fuel to the fire. In his response, he not only denied the allegations, but framed himself as a victim of a blackmail attempt.
Hip-hop mogul Jay-Z is angrily denying a rape allegation against him. A lawsuit claims Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs raped a 13-year-old girl in 2000. In a statement, Jay-Z called the allegation idiotic, suggesting it was part of an extortion attempt, and filed for the lawsuit's dismissal. Combs has also denied the allegation. He's currently behind bars awaiting trial on sex trafficking charges.
While he painted a picture of himself as a man wronged, the public's reaction has been less than sympathetic. Critics have pointed out that his statement focuses more on his reputation and his family's privacy than on the victim's trauma, a move that's left a bad taste in many people's mouths. Meanwhile, Nicki Minaj's voice in all this has grown louder and more validated. Fans and critics alike are revisiting her past warnings and finding that her words carry a new weight. She's long been vocal about the darker sides of the music industry, often at great personal and professional cost. Now, as these allegations come to light, it seems she's been vindicated in ways even her staunchest supporters couldn't have predicted. Let's not forget how the music industry itself might be complicit. This is an industry that thrives on power dynamics, where the powerful often protect their own. It's not just about Jay-Z or Diddy. It's about a culture that enables and shields predators while silencing victims. Many are now questioning how deep this goes and whether this case could finally force some long overdue accountability. Fans have also started scrutinizing Jay-Z's business dealings and philanthropy efforts, questioning whether they've been a smokescreen to distract from his alleged misdeeds. From his public persona as a billionaire entrepreneur to his behind-the-scenes power plays, the contrast is stark. Some are even drawing comparisons to other high-profile scandals, arguing that this could be the music industry's equivalent of a Harvey Weinstein moment. But amidst all this, there's also an outpouring of support for the victim. People are rallying around her bravery, acknowledging how difficult it must have been to come forward against such powerful figures. Social media has been flooded with messages of solidarity.
Why has Jay-Z been coming up with you lately?
Because he's a monster. I waited a long time to see if he would grow a conscience. And the more he pumps down his wife's throat to keep her in a character.
No, girl.
And many are urging others to believe survivors and push for systemic change within the industry. One element that cannot be ignored is the media's role in shaping public opinion on these cases. For years, major outlets have been accused of favoring powerful industry figures, subtly shaping narratives to downplay accusations against them. However, this time around, independent platforms and social media voices are holding sway, amplifying the victim's story in ways traditional media rarely has. This shift could be a game changer, especially in holding influential personalities accountable. And let's talk about the silence from other major players in the industry.
The tape, bro. But it's some very important people on that tape.
Where are the statements from those who once shared stages, deals, or friendships with Jay-Z and Diddy? While some may argue they're waiting for legal proceedings to unfold, others are viewing the silence as complicit. The question now is, will any industry insiders step forward to corroborate these claims or break ranks to shed light on what's long been whispered about? This case also forces us to confront the uncomfortable reality of power dynamics in celebrity culture. When accusations arise, the instinct of many fans and media outlets is often to protect the celebrity over the victim.
Did not do this alone. Do you foresee that there could be other charges related to this case?
I'm not taking anything off the table.
This cultural reflex needs to change, and it's heartening to see more people advocating for a victim-centered approach in this case. It's a reminder that fame and power should never eclipse justice and accountability. And lastly, let's not forget the potential ripple effects this could have on the music industry at large. If Jay-Z's alleged behavior is fully exposed, it could spark a broader reckoning similar to the Me Too movement in Hollywood. More victims might feel emboldened to come forward, and institutions that have enabled such behavior could be forced to reform. Whether this happens remains to be seen, but one thing's for sure, the industry's dirty laundry is being aired like never before. As this story develops, the stakes couldn't be higher. Will this lawsuit expose more hidden truths about the music industry? Will it inspire other victims to come forward? And most importantly, will it lead to justice for those who've suffered in silence for so long? One thing is clear, this is far from over, and the ripple effects could reshape the industry in ways we've never seen before. As the lawsuit moves forward, the world will be watching, and you best believe that if more tea spills, we'll be right here, breaking it down for you. So, what do y'all think? Is this the end of Jay-Z's reign? Was Nicki right all along? And what does this mean for the music industry as a whole? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. And hey, if you think this story is wild, wait until you hear about the other scandals brewing behind the scenes. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Click here to watch the next video. See y'all soon.